Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnu Shripad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Ashtotarsa Śrīmati His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Śrī Rādhākunj Bihari Bhagavan Ki Śrī Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya Ki Śrī Gaurnitai Ki Śrī Gopal Ji Ki Śrī Radhastami Mahamahotsav Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today is Śrī Rādhāṣṭamī, most auspicious appearance of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and so we'll discuss something from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which talks about why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and elaborately Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami describes about the love and devotion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī for Krishna. So much so that Krishna also hankers and wants to taste the love which Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī has in her heart for Krishna. And that's why Shri Krishna, he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So very beautiful verses, we'll cover a few of them. And for recitation, Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 4, the confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. Text 60. Do we have something to display, or I'll just recite? Okay, I'll recite. You can try, it's very simple. Hlādinī Krishna Ananda Aswadana Hlādinī Rādhāra Kare Bhaktera Poshana Hlādinī Krishna Ananda Aswadana Hlādinī Rādhāra Kare Bhaktera Poshana Hlādinī Krishna Ananda Aswadana Hlādinī Rādhāra Kare Bhaktera Poshana. Anyone would like to recite? Okay, word to word meaning. Hlādinī, the Hlādinī energy. Karaya, causes to do. Krishna, in Lord Krishna. Ananda Aswadana, the tasting of bliss. Hlādinī Rādhāra, by pleasure potency. Kare, does. Bhaktera, of the devotee. Poshana, nourishing. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada. Translation. That Hlādinī energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. So she has a dual role. So that's why I selected this verse, because something very important for us. It's Radharani who nourishes our bhakti for Krishna. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami has elaborately discussed the Hlādinī potency in his Priti Sandarbha. He says that the Vedas clearly state only devotional service can lead one to the personality of Godhead. Only devotional service can help a devotee meet the Supreme Lord face to face. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is attracted by devotional service, and as such, the ultimate supremacy of Vedic knowledge rests in knowing the science of devotional service. What is the particular attraction that makes the Supreme Lord enthusiastic to accept devotional service, and what is the nature of such service? The Vedic scriptures inform us that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, is self-sufficient, and that Maya, nescience, can never influence him at all. Therefore, the potency that overcomes the Supreme must be purely spiritual. Such a potency cannot be anything of the material manifestation. The bliss enjoyed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be of mental, material composition like the impersonalist conception of the bliss of Brahman. Devotional service is reciprocation between two, and therefore it cannot be located simply within one's self. Therefore, the bliss of self-realization, Brahmananda, cannot be equated with devotional service. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has three kinds of internal potency, namely the Hlādinī-Śakti or pleasure potency, the Sandhini-Śakti or existential potency, and the Samvit-Śakti or cognitive potency. In the Vishnu Purana, the Lord is addressed as follows: O Lord, you are the supreme support of everything. The three attributes Hlādini, Sandhini, and Samvit exist in you as one spiritual energy. But the material modes which causes happiness, misery, and mixture of two do not exist in you, for you have no material qualities. Hlādini is the personal manifestation of the blissfulness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by which he enjoys pleasure. Because the pleasure potency is perpetually present in the Supreme Lord, the theory of the impersonalists that the Lord appears in material mode of goodness cannot be accepted. The impersonalist conclusion is against the Vedic version that the Lord possesses a transcendental pleasure potency. When the pleasure potency of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is exhibited by His grace in the person of a devotee, that manifestation is called love of God. Love of God is an epithet for the pleasure potency of the Lord. Therefore, devotional service reciprocated between the Lord and his devotee is an exhibition of the transcendental pleasure potency of the Lord. The potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that always enriches him with transcendental bliss is not material, but for Shankarites have accepted it as such because they are ignorant of the identity of the Supreme Lord and his pleasure potency. Those ignorant persons cannot understand the distinction between impersonal spiritual bliss and the variegatedness of the spiritual pleasure potency. The Hlādinī potency gives the Lord all transcendental pleasure, and the Lord bestows such a potency upon his pure devotee. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namaha Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Pri Vanchakalpatarubhescha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's very important if we see Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita, in which Kaviraj Goswami has elaborately discussed about Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, the subject matter which is not even discussed in Śrīmad Bhagavatam. So how confidential knowledge is about Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, but he explains the tattva. It's very important for us to understand the philosophy before we go to the pastimes. Like 9 cantos, Srila Prabhupada says, read all 9 cantos and then come to 10th canto. So you understand. Otherwise you will just think that, oh, Krishna is a butter thief, Krishna is just playing like an ordinary boy. So that is why it's very important to read all the 9 cantos. So similarly in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, he has not described any pastimes as such, but the philosophy. So I'll read few translation and then we'll come to this verse and discuss. Having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reasons why Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. The loving affairs of Śrī Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestation of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Śrī Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, although he is Krishna himself. So this is for our understanding that it's mentioned that Radha Krishna are two, they become one, or they were one and they become two. Now eternally they have separated. So eternally Radha Krishna exists, eternally Chaitanya Mahāprabhu exists. And Prabhupada writes there are 2 different planets. In Golok of Vṛndāvana there are 4 parts. And one is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing his Leela along with his eternal associates, and the other part is where Krishna is doing this Vraja Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahi anya. Just to understand that the mystery of love of Radharani, even Krishna couldn't understand, so Krishna has to take the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the love of Radharani. I was just taking darshan, and Nitya Krishna Prabhu told a very wonderful thing. I never noticed it. Since yesterday I am taking darshan, never noticed it. He said that Srila Prabhupada said these deities are very special, Radha Kunja Bihari. And why? They are very merciful. And Prabhupada explains, if you see that Kunja Bihari is leaning towards Radharani. Generally it is only head which is tilted, but here the deity is also leaning towards Radharani. So how Krishna is attracted to the love of his devotees. And when the supreme devotee is there, now what to talk? So when Krishna, in the Rasa Leela, before Rasa Leela starts, suddenly Krishna disappears in the Rasa Leela. We all know in the 10th canto, we have read in Krishna book. So Krishna disappears in Rasa Leela and all the gopis are searching for him. And then they see that Radharani is also not there. And that is one verse where Shukadeva Goswami talks about Radharani. So then Radharani is also there. And Krishna has disappeared, leaving even Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī behind. After that, which is not given in Bhagavatam, different scriptures and acharyas have explained. So Krishna is standing in the form of Balaji. That is the form of Balaji. Even though Balaji is in two-handed form, all the main forms of Sri Vaishnavas are two-handed, be it Ranganath, be it Varadarajan or Balaji. But Sripad Ramanujacharya, one of our great acharyas in the parampara, he has recommended worship of Lord Narayan in the mood. Even Prabhupada told that you have to worship the deity in opulent form, as he is Lakshmi Narayan. Because Radha Krishna, they don't need anything else except love. They don't accept anything else. So we are not at that level, so that's why the opulent service is given. So Krishna is standing in four-handed form. Same Krishna stands in four-handed form. So all the gopis, they are looking, they see Lord Narayan, they are seeing Lord Narayan. They come in front of him, Hare Krishna, have you seen our Krishna? I mean, if you come in front of Lord Narayan, you will not ask this. We will only ask, my dear Lord, where is your eternal consort, Lakshmi ji? I want some blessings. That's what we look for. Everything, we can buy. So when all the gopis were, Lord Narayan said, I don't know. How will I know? So one by one they just passed, and then Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī comes and just stands in front of Narayan, who's Krishna himself, pretending to be Lord Narayan. She stands, and by her love, the two hands, they melt. And again, he becomes Shyama Sundar. That is the love of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. In Nectar of Devotion, we read the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. In that, Krishna Akarshani. Pure devotional service is Krishna Akarshani. It attracts Krishna. There's nothing else. That's why in the verse we read, Jiva Goswami quotes from Priti Sandarbha, only devotional service can lead one to personality of Godhead. Only devotional service can help a devotee meet Supreme Lord face to face. Nothing else you cannot buy. You cannot allure Krishna. He owns everything. You have seen Prabhupada does not say that Krishna is the richest person or Krishna is most beautiful. He does not use it. He says Krishna is all rich, all beautiful. There is no comparative degree. So when we say Krishna is richest, that means okay, you are rich and Krishna is richest. So there is a competition. But when we say all rich, that means your money also is Krishna's money. Your body is Krishna's body. Whatever beauty we see in this world, Krishna says, it's a fragment of my beauty. Whatever opulence is, whatever strength, it's all coming from Krishna. And whenever Krishna wants it, he can withdraw it. And we have seen. People get paralytic. They got paralytic attack. You cannot raise your hand because there's paralysis. Krishna has withdrawn that energy. So to such a person, how can we attract? What will we give to him to allure him? Some pudi, sabji, paratha, special bhoga, that will not allure him. Bhoga offering is going. He is not attracted by what we offer on the plate. He is attracted by the devotion and love with which that bhoga is prepared. He eats that. And of course, we are very fortunate that we come in parampara and Srila Prabhupada is there. So Prabhupada is sitting, and then that's why we offer to Guru. And Guru offers to his Guru. And then he offers to his Guru. That is how everything reaches to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī accumulates everything. And when she offers to Krishna, please accept. Krishna cannot deny. Krishna cannot deny. Where will you go if he denies Radharani? So that is why Prabhupada says Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī's name comes first. Be it Lakshmi Narayana, be it Sita Ram, be it Radha Krishna, be it Hare Krishna. Hare means Radharani. And in Gujarat, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri is Radharani. Her name has to come first. Without that, Krishna will not even look to us. So it's only by attraction, and the topmost devotee Krishna is personally leaning. So then he says, Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. They enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Some people misunderstand, because people think that, how we enjoy material body, a man is enjoying of women, woman is enjoying of man, or nowadays so many permutation combinations have come. I don't know who is enjoying whom, but everyone is trying to enjoy. But this enjoyment is not like that, because they have a spiritual body. In third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, Brahma is talking about the spiritual world, how the husband-wife, the husband is so handsome, full with all qualities, and the wife is so beautiful, and they have beautiful plane which flies as per their desire, and they're just flying and enjoying. And what is their enjoyment? Their enjoyment is they both are engaged in glorifying Krishna. That's what Srila Prabhupada wanted devotees to practice. You may be a brahmachari, you may be a grahastha, you may be a sannyasi, just glorify Krishna. That is real enjoyment. And then he says, now to enjoy rasa, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From that description, the glory of Chaitanya will be known. And then he speaks about who is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Śrīmatī Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is internal energy called Hlādinī. Radharani has not appeared separately. She has appeared manifested from Krishna. She is the form of Krishna's love. That is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. And then, coming to today's verse, the Hlādinī energy gives pleasure to Krishna and nourishes his devotees. So that's why it is very important. She attracts Krishna. So much so that we have heard so many pastimes. We will discuss few of them. That Krishna once tells Lalita Sakhi that why is Śrīmatī Radhika angry with me? Why is she upset? And why you people are not allowing me to see her face? You know that my existence depends on her. For even 1 second, I cannot be separated from her. That is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī's love. We have seen pure devotees, Krishna just runs behind pure devotees. What to talk about Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī? So that is Hlādinī potency. And then we will continue few verses. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. And then he says, there's so many verses. Mahabhava Swarupa Śrī Rādhāṣṭamī Sarva Guna Khani Krishna Kanta Shiromani. Who is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī? Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, Śrī Rādhāṣṭamī. Look at the word he is using. Mahabhava Swarupa Śrī Rādhāṣṭamī. She is the queen. Śrīmatī Rādhāṣṭamī is the embodiment of Mahabhava. And this Mahabhava is a situation which is only and only reserved for Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Even other gopis cannot have this. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course. So Krishna wanted to understand the love and relish the love. He took the form of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. He took this consciousness and the color of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. But then Radharani thought, Krishna has stolen my color and my consciousness, but he'll not be able to relish. So I will have to go and help him to relish. And that is why Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, without the form and without the color and the consciousness, appears as Gadadhar Pandit, eternal friend of, associate of Lord Chaitanya. And he helps to understand these things. So he says, now what is Mahabhav? We can only understand, maybe we will not be able to understand theoretically, but somewhat, I'll tell few pastimes of Śrīmatī Radha. Radha and Krishna are sitting in Vrindavan. They both are sitting on one platform. And Krishna is talking to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, and Radharani is talking to Krishna. One bumblebee comes, and bumblebee is disturbing Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, kind of again and again flying and making the sound. So it kind of irritates. Even though the spiritual world bumblebees don't irritate, but there's a pastime. The bumblebee also is known as Madhu, because honeybee. See, honeybee creates honey from the flowers. So also honeybee is named as Madhu. So then Krishna kinds of signals one of the gopas. Then push this honeybee away. And then one of the gop sakha, he just pushes the honeybee out, so that Radha Krishna both can talk. And this gop sakha comes and says, Krishna, I have driven Madhu away. That's all he says. I have driven Madhu away. Radharani is sitting there, Krishna is sitting there, both talking. When Radharani hears that Madhu has gone away, she faints. Krishna is right there, and she faints. Now you can understand. We will not be able to even attain that situation. We just pray to Radharani. Not to attain this situation, but to serve in some way. Not Krishna, not Radharani, but to attain the position to serve the servants of the servants of the servants of the servants. And Prabhupada says, 1,000 times servants, and we serve the servant. In spiritual world also they follow this etiquette. So there's another pastime about this etiquette. And Narottam Das Thakur also sings Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Vrinda Agyaya Karibo Seva Charanaravinda. I'll take blessings of Lalita Vishakha and all the gopis and I serve. So, Srinivas Acharya. It is said that these three Acharyas, Srinivas Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit, they have again appeared. They are none other than Lord Chaitanya's expansion, Lord Nityananda's expansion, and expansion of Advaita Acharya. And Ramchandra Kaviraj, who is disciple of Srinivas Acharya. So once Srinivas Acharya seated in meditation, then the devotees thought, okay, Guru Maharaj is seated for some time in meditation and we'll leave him alone. Okay. And his body is still. But he left that body, his sadhana deha, and he went into Siddha deha. There he is Mani Manjari. So he goes there and he enters the pastimes of Radharani because he is Manjari. And here what happens? He is not coming back. 2 hours have passed, 4 hours have passed, 6 hours have passed. Now, no disciple can dare to disturb his meditation. And that's not an etiquette also. So then, when one day passed, they were fearful whether our Guru Maharaj is left. Then they call some Ved and he got this cotton swab and he kept in front of his nostril. It's not moving. As our Guru Maharaj left, they started crying. But Srinivas Acharya is in Samadhi. So they thought, okay, one person is there who can understand and bring Srinivas Acharya back is Ramachandra Kaviraj, his disciple. So some devotees left immediately to approach Ramchandra Kaviraj in different city, and by the time is passing, 3 days passed. Srinivas Acharya said, okay, I understand. He understood. He came back and he said, I need to sit beside my Guru Maharaj and meditate so that what he is meditating I can understand. Wi-Fi connection. Amazing, no? As Guru is sitting and disciples sit and meditate and try, he understands where is Guru, what Leela he is entering. So then Ramchandra Kaviraj, he also is Nayan Manjari or Goda Manjari. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. So he is also transferred to Goloka Vṛndāvana. And there he sees so many gopis searching for something. What is that something? Radharani, after Ras Leela, Ras Leela does not happen only once a day. It happens every day. So she was taking a bath in Yamuna or water sports and she missed her nose ring. And all the gopis are searching within the Yamuna, going down to the bank to search a nose ring. Sometimes logic fails. Most of the time logic fails in bhakti. Was it logical for a person who is 70-year-old to travel to America? Does it make sense? Doesn't make sense. If you see from material logic, doesn't. That's what Subhati Muradi said. You're an old man, you will die, it's so cold. And Prabhupada came in September, mid-September. And after some time, after a few months, he saw, he opened his window once And he said, I am thinking whether someone has whitewashed entire New York. Everything is looking white. It was snow. He has never seen. We don't see in India. Snow. What is snow? It is not logical. And so much struggle. No. But bhakti is not about material logic. It's beyond. My Guru Maharaj has instructed me, I will do whatever it takes. I am still alive, I have not died, so I will still do. My Guru Maharaj gave me instruction in 1922. Prabhupada would have thought. 1922. And he came in 1965. 43 years later. And we will say, Guru Maharaj told me, but things are not happening. So, that's how Prabhupada's God brother thought. One of the God brother, he told Prabhupada, Abhay Babu, our Guru Maharaj has left this world. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Bhavishyavani, Prithvi Tyache Adar Nagara Adi Gram, Sarvatra Prachara Eva Morona. Will it be fulfilled? Because now Guru Maharaj is not there. Who is there? Who will fulfill this? Is it supposed to be fulfilled, or is it just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to make us understand, okay, one day bhakti will come? Srila Prabhupada said to his God brother, any fool who has faith on the dust of the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, he will achieve this. And Prabhupada achieved that. Towards the fag end of his life. Srila Prabhupada came here in this temple, 1976. That was the last tour he did for North America. He wanted to come in 77 also. He came to London. He wanted to come. He told disciples, but his health didn't allow, so he went back to Vrindavan. So in the river, you are searching for a nose ring. Why? Because it's Radharani's nose ring, we have to search. No matter if you have to dry out complete river of Yamuna. So, sometimes, and we have seen, devotees, His Holiness Jayapratak Swami Maharaj, why he has to travel in this situation? We have seen His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. For them, only one logic works. Prabhupada has said. Srila Prabhupada Uvacha, finish. We see His Holiness Samal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, so many disciples. And we have seen they have achieved wonderful, a task because of the faith. So they are searching, frantically they are searching, and Srinivasa Acharya, who is Mani Marjari, he sees his disciple Ramchandra has come in also Siddhadev. So he becomes happy, come search. So he also starts searching. And here devotees are worried. Guru Maharaj left, now Ramchandra is also into meditation. So finally they found out. So Srinivasa Acharya gave to one gopi, she gave to Rupa Manjari, she gave to Lalita Sakhi, and Lalita Sakhi gave to Radharani. That's how parampara works. How Radharani blessed. Srinivasa Acharya could find that. That was the blessings. Then he came back. So because he found, he was so, Radharani was so happy. See, what is one nose ring for Radharani? How many jewels, how many nose rings she would have had. But she was very happy with Srinivasa Acharya, and she gave her mercy. You know what mercy he got? She gave her half-chewed betel nut. She was chewing betel nut, and she took out from her mouth and gave. Such blessings. And then he kept the betel nut in his cloth. Now in the Siddha Deha, as a Manjari, he might be wearing gopi dress, and he kept there. And then he came back. And then Ramchandra came back, and Srinivasacharya came back. All the devotees were happy, Kirtan started. And then some devotee said, a lot of fragrance in the room. What it is? And Srinivas remembers, oh! Then he opens his cloth. He opens his cloth. It's a different cloth. That was the gopi dress, this is the gopa dress. And he opens, he says, yeah, Radharani gave me her tambul. Betel nuts, half chewed by Radharani. The fragrance is so much. Not like Maya flowers. Prabhupada used to call the flowers in US the Maya flowers. They don't have fragrance. And then Srinivasacharya took and he distributed to devotees. They did not go to Queen of Vṛndāvana. This is how we just hold on to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev, and then we'll get everything. They will bring for us, because we can't go. Like small babies, they cannot climb on the chair. But mother, father or elder sibling, they help. Prabhupada can do. Prabhupada is here, Prabhupada is there. Prabhupada is both places. It's not that Prabhupada is left. Physical departure manifested, now unmanifested. Leela is going. Prabhupada is, so many devotees who have not seen Prabhupada physically, who came to ISKCON after 1977. They have felt so deep connection with Prabhupada. But Prabhupada is there. Prabhupada is there in his books, in his instruction, in his form of a deity also. And he can bring everything. So that is, Srinivasacharya got mercy. So we were talking about Mahabhav. Radharani fainted, hearing that Madhu has left. And Krishna is telling that, I am here, oh Radhe, I am here. Finally gradually she comes to senses, and yes, Krishna is here. When we chant Hare Krishna, what happens? We chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We go in Samadhi. When Radharani hears this word Krishna, not even Krishna, just Krish, she faints. She goes in Samadhi. Just thinking about Krishna. Imagine what would have happened. So that's the story why Radharani has to be separated apparently from Krishna. It's an apparent separation. For 100 years. She was cursed by Śrī Dhamma. And because she cursed Śrī Dhamma, and Śrī Dhamma became Shankachuda. For 500 yogas. That is another pastime. Krishna is with Viraja. Viraja, the river, she has a form. Krishna is with her in the Kunja. Kunja Bihar, he has many Kunjas. He is not having one Kunja, he has many Kunjas. And Radharani comes to know that Krishna is with Viraja. So obviously she, gangs up, she calls all her gopis and want to charge. So when they come, Śrī Dhamma is the gatekeeper, stops, can't go inside. She becomes very angry. The most difficult job in ISKCON is to stop devotees at the gate. Today's festival, so more devotees come and some special thing is going on, then you stop the devotees. You have to be ready to take curses. But there's a service, what to do? Once in India you have seen the temples, so many, like hundreds of devotees will come to the altar to do Abhishek. Janmashtami Abhishek. Balram Purnima, this time I was in Vrindavan, so much line, everyone just doing Abhishek. So in Juhu they gave me this service, that you have to make sure that these devotees, they come one by one and they go. Now this service is done in Vrindavan by Janardhan Maharaj. He is senior, he is sannyasi, people will listen to him. And they have to listen to him. And it was 10 years ago they gave me the service. I said, Lord Vishnu doesn't even dare to stop Brahmanas. And you are telling me to stop Brahmanas? I'll try. So I was just standing like this. Go. You want to go? Go. I'm not stopped. Even Lord Vishnu doesn't stop Brahmanas. You saw what happened. Jai Vijay, they stopped Brahmanas. So Sri Rama stopped and Radharani became very upset. She was anyways angry with Krishna, and now Krishna's friend, she's more angry. So she cursed, long story short, she cursed Sri Rama. Huh? You're like a demon, you're stopping me, you become demon. Go to this planet, earthly planet. So people say Krishna comes here to enjoy. In spiritual world, when they curse, the curse is go to earthly planet. Do you think Krishna will come to enjoy? Jai Vijay. Curse, go to earthly planet. And we think, oh, I'm in the heaven. Imagine, it's like a dustbin. So then Sri Rama also says, you became angry on me, I'm doing my duty, I also cursed you. You go to Bhuloka and you will be separated from Krishna for 100 years. By this time, Viraja has taken the form of river and Krishna comes out. So Krishna tells Sri Rama, don't worry my friend. Just go there. I'll take care of everything. You will become Shankachuda and I'll come and see you. And you will be there for 500 yugas. You stop Radharani, 500 yugas you are in material world. So when you all go to spiritual world, be careful. If you are on the other side, then no problem. So then Krishna says, don't worry. So Sri Rama says, my dear Lord, just give me one blessing. I should not forget you even for a moment. That's what Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu accept. Jai Vijay say, there are two conditions. In both the conditions, one thing was common, you will not forget Krishna. So Sri Rama says, let me not forget you. And he is about to go. And everyone in Golok Vrindavan, all the Gopas and Gopis are crying. And Radharani is crying like anything. And she says, my dear son, you go. Because the curse has come, so you have to go. So my dear son, you will be back in half a moment. So 500 yugas here is just half a moment there. And she feels very sad. And then she is also been cursed. See, this is all Leela. Krishna has to perform Leela, so Krishna arranges all these curses and counter curses. So Radharani, that's why Krishna leaves Vrindavan. How can she, who just hears Krishna or half crow and she faints, how can she survive? That's why many pastimes are there. So Brajvasis wanted to die without eating, without drinking. But they sustained their life, they did not die because Krishna has promised he will come. And if Krishna comes and he sees that all Brajvasi has died, Krishna will die. So they sustained their lives. Only when Krishna came, let's go back to spiritual world, then only they went. So many pastimes. Radharani, heavy, intense fear, 108-degree temperature. They're almost lifeless. Only Krishna can save her. So these kind of pastimes have happened. Obviously, there are many youthful pastimes which I am not qualified to recite. So then, Mahabhav, this is the Mahabhav. She is the repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all lovely consorts of Krishna. So Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī Krishna has so many gopis. Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, he says Radharani has 630 million gopis. So once Gopal Krishna Maharaj was giving class of Radhastami. He used to give mostly Radhastami in Juhu. He said, so I said that this Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj said 630 million. He said, I don't know, where did he get this information? 630 million. And 100 million gopis came when Krishna came to this world to perform Leela. So out of so many, we know millions and millions, 8 are chief gopis. Then 4 Radharani, Chandravali, Lalita, Vishakha. And then Radharani and Chandravali. This is what Chaitanya Charitamrita says. And amongst Radharani and Chandravali, Radharani is most important. That's why she is there on the altar. People don't understand. Rukmani is Radharani's expansion. Satyabhama is Radharani's expansion. Sometimes they challenge. They challenge that why you worship Radharani? You should worship Rukmani and Krishna. They do not know Rukmani ji is also expansion of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is the original source. Rukmani ji is just an expansion. So either way, they both belong to Krishna. So then, that's why it's very difficult to understand who is Radharani and what's her pastimes with Krishna. He says, of these 2 gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is superior in all respects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhav and she surpasses all in good qualities. Her mind, senses and body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy and she helps him in his pastime. Very interesting. One must understand this. She is Krishna's own energy. She is not a separate personality who has appeared from somewhere else. She has appeared from the body of Sri Krishna. Maybe that's why the word has come, better half. Because rasa is with Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. Love is with Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. So better half but the better one. And she helps him in his pastime. So all the pastimes performed by Radha and Krishna are for the pleasure of Krishna. Yesterday evening we were discussing. They are all for the pleasure of Krishna. Nothing. Radharani has nothing else, just to serve Krishna, just to give him happiness. And then goes on. Just as the fountainhead Lord Krishna is the cause of all incarnation, Śrī Radha is the cause of all the consorts. Like Krishna is the avatari and source of Narayan, Ram, Narsimha, Varadev, Vamandev, Vishnu, Lord Shiva. Similarly, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is avatari, and from her expands all the gopis. From her expands all the queens of Dwarka. From her expands Śrīmatī Sita Devi, Lakshmi also. There's so many, Varalakshmi and Mahalakshmi. All these Lakshmis, they come from Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. And as Krishna expands as Lord Shiva, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī expands Parvati. So these two are like expanding everywhere. And so these are the wonderful pastimes of, as mentioned about Radharani. And one pastime we'll describe, which talks about how Krishna, the reservoir of all pleasure, Rasaraj Krishna, he is ready to do anything and everything just to make his devotee happy. And if that devotee is Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, what can be said? So this is a pastime of, there are so many pastimes. You have gone to Barsana and Nandagram. In between you have seen Sanket one. Sanket means giving signal. So if Radharani reaches to Sanket one, then she'll give some signal. So Krishna will get there. If Krishna will come to Sanket one, he'll give signal. So a very beautiful temple is there. The difference between Barsana and Nandagram, exactly in between, it's 8 kilometers, and exactly in between 4 kilometers is Sanket one. The beautiful deity of Sanket Bihari. All these pastimes happen. So Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī and Krishna, they meet at 3 places. And wherever they meet, the morning, the noon, and in the evening, that's called Yoga Peeth. That's where they meet. So morning they meet at, there's a Gupta Sarovar in, who's that? Vṛndādevi's area in Nandagram, Vrindakund. Behind that there is Gupta Kund. That is they meet. And afternoon they meet in Radhakund, Govardhan area. And then evening obviously is the Ras Leela takes place at different places. So once what happened, Krishna came to meet Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī at Barsana. I said Krishna is the reservoir of our pleasure. Krishna is Rasaraj. Krishna is enjoying all the rasas. So what happened? Once Krishna goes to Chandravali, he keeps hopping because he wants to enjoy everything. He is the enjoyer. So Krishna goes to Chandravali, and you know what he says? Hey Radhe. He's going to Chandravali. Chandravali is, standing in front of him, and he says, Hey Radhe. Imagine what will happen. The heart of Chandravali. She like pierced like thousands of arrows, and she was almost fainted. But she is a right-wing gopi, na? She says, okay, no problem. Whatever he does, I accept him. Radharani is not like that. She is a left-wing gopi, leftist. You know how left-wing people are. All rebellious. So then Chandravali says, Oh dear Krishna, you call me Radhe, you call me Lalite, you call me Vishakhe. I don't mind. But stay here. Be with me. That's her mood. And then he goes to Barsana. You know what he says to Radharani? He tells Radharani, O Chandrike. Not Chandravali, the moon-faced Radharani. Not the Chandravali. You are like moon-faced. Your face is like moon. Now, any wife would be happy to hear from husband. A moon-faced. But Radharani is not like that. She becomes very upset. She said, you are comparing me with the moon who has so many spots on him? And I'm spotless. Do you find any spots on my face? You say my face is like moon? She becomes upset. She becomes upset and goes and sits on the hill. This is a Mana Leela. So many Man Leelas happen. This is one of them. She goes, and Krishna is like, what did I do? This is eternal problem. Sometimes the male part doesn't understand. And what did I do? What went wrong? Now go to market and buy some gifts. Spend another 3 hours to pacify. So that's what Krishna did. Now he has to go. So before going to market, Krishna wanted to understand, okay, what will pacify? So and Radharani goes and becomes very angry and sits on the top of the hill, Mangad. And Lalita, Vishakha and all the gopis. And Krishna comes and Krishna is like kneeling. He's kneeling down. Radharani is sitting on the stone like a queen and Krishna is like kneeling down like a, the accused. And Radharani is not in a mood to talk. But this is all for the pleasure of Krishna. So he said, what did I say wrong? Okay, if you feel hurt, I'm sorry. But sorry doesn't work with women. If that was the case, the world would be a different place. So then she does not even want to look at her. Amen. And Lalita says, what? Why did you say this? And Vishakha is charging on Krishna. And then he's pleading. And Krishna has flute in his hand. And Radharani kicks the hand of Krishna. And the flute goes down rolling. And Krishna is like, my flute! And Lalita says, why you attached to 2 paisaka flute? Flute, you are so attached. Yeah? You see how Radharani has become so upset? What to do? Something has to be done. So Krishna goes a little far and he assumes the form of peacock. Dresses like a peacock. Like we have flower dress, sometimes we have peacock dress. So dresses like a peacock and he starts dancing. One of the reasons Krishna wears peacock feather because of his dance. Some peacocks were coming and Krishna was coming with Gopsakas. And seeing the peacocks, Krishna started dancing. And peacocks would say, oh, look at him. So much attitude. They didn't know who's Krishna. So much attitude. He's dancing in front of us. And they started dancing. And Krishna started dancing so beautifully that peacocks failed. And that is where peacock, the king of the peacock, he came and he took one peacock feather from his head. And he said, my dear Lord, please accept our offering. You are the boss. We understood. Krishna says, because you have lovingly gave me this offering, I will always keep on my head. That's how Krishna keeps. Lord Narayan does not have peacock feather. It's only in ISKCON Lord Narasimhadev also has peacock feather. You see, ISKCON painting, Narasimhadev has a peacock feather. Narasimha is Raudra Roop, Ugra Roop, from where the peacock feather comes. But only in ISKCON. It's by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the Lord accepts everything. When Prabhupada went to Australia, generally he tells devotees, take care of the deities. In Australia, he's praying in Melbourne to the Lord. Please take care of devotees. They are such devotees. So here also Prabhupada said, that whatever they give you, please accept. They will commit mistake. Prabhuji was saying, they will commit mistake. Please accept. So then Krishna started dancing. And here, seeing that and seeing the dancing steps, Radharani saw, and she's telling, go Lalita, Vishakha, who is this peacock? From where he has come? He is enchanting my mind. I want to also dance. And they understand. So they decorate Radharani like a peahen. Same peacock dress. And then Radharani also goes and they both start dancing together. And all the gopis are singing. That is their pastime. And that is why that chorus, that area is called Morukutti. It's Mangad, that is Morukutti. Because Krishna and Radha, they danced like peacocks. So who becomes the enjoyer? Both. Krishna also and Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī also. So that is why when we serve Krishna through Guru Parampara, Prabhupada writes, when you serve Guru, Krishna will give you energy. Krishna will give you Shakti to serve more. So when Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. When Krishna is pleased, you become happy. The way to happiness is not direct. It is through service of Guru Parampara and making Krishna happy. So when we make Krishna happy, Krishna makes us happy. That's the deal. And if you forget Krishna, keep him aside and try to become happy on your own by trying to get some material things, what you will get is only frustration, today or tomorrow. That's what Hiranyakashipu did, that's what Hiranyaka did, that was Ravana did, that was Kamsa did, that was Duryodhana did. Everyone tried. Now all these miniature forms of these demons are all around the world. They're trying. So anyone who's trying to be happy without Krishna, he'll never again happiness. So that doesn't work. So we make Krishna happy and Krishna makes us happy. And what? It's so simple to me. It is so easy. Prabhupada said bhakti is simple but not easy. But it's very easy also if our mind is controlled. What we have to do? Pay obeisances, chant his names, and everything we do, we get happy. We get happiness. Eat Mahaprasad, dance, chant, such a process of bhakti. No tapasya, no big tapasya we have. It's just enjoyment. Kevala Ananda Kanda. So, I'll tell one more last and we'll stop. So in Mayapur, Srila Prabhupada was there sitting. There was Tamal Krishna Maharaj and one Gaudiya sannyasi. All three were sitting. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. This Krishna's form is supreme. He is the boss. The Gaudiya sannyasi said, no, Maharaj. Chaitanya Mahāprabhu is supreme. Even though both are same, but devotees they discuss in rasa, na? So Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, no, Krishna is supreme. Krishna only becomes Chaitanya. But the Gaudiya sannyasi is saying, no, Chaitanya is supreme and more merciful than Krishna. So both are arguing. And Prabhupada is listening to them. Then Prabhupada says, both of you keep quiet. Both of you are wrong. Neither Krishna is supreme nor Chaitanya is supreme. Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is supreme. It is because of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī, Krishna became Chaitanya. So Prabhupada said that. You have seen in Mayapur the pose of Radharani is like that. So Bhavananda Prabhu was telling Prabhupada personally, Prabhupada was seated. And they asked how deities will look like. So Krishna obviously is standard. So Radharani, what pose? And Prabhupada did like this. He turned it like 2-3 times. That's how the hand of Radharani should be. So wonderful, so many pastimes of deities of Radharani are there all around the world. So most merciful personality, let us all pray through our Guru Parampara to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. We cannot generally directly pray, but Prabhupada said on the special days you can pray to them. So let's pray to Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī that she blesses all of us, entire community, entire yatra, so that we all can flourish and spread this love of Krishna to the entire state, entire country, entire world. श्रीमती राधारानी की श्री श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी की जय, श्री राधाष्टमी महामहोत्सव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।